Okay, all right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 215 Trades, the home of the 215 technique. You're here today with the chef, and today I'll be looking to see if I can get some lovely entries here today on XAU USD and also on Euro USD. All right. So interestingly enough, the 215 zone for Euro USD actually came back into play where yesterday's marking was. So I'm only just going to be adjusting Euro USD's marking, and then I'll move on to XAU USD, if that makes sense. Right? All right, cool. Let's see. So I'm just move. Yeah, it's fine. I can just leave it there. It's okay. All right. Bitcoin is crazy. Well, I don't quite trade Bitcoin. What price is it at right now? Has it made it to 200,000? What price is Bitcoin currently trending at, Sylvia? All right, let me just quickly mark out your USD. That's gonna be my my 30-minute support right there. That's gonna be my my 30-minute resistance. Good morning, Reno. Welcome back again. Ah, good. Seems like I now have a few new loyal subscribers. I like that. I'm going to put the 1 hour at the bottom of these wicks. 110,000. Nice. I guess some people should be making bags then on BTC. I know it's a pretty, then again, it has to be pretty popular why everyone would be trading it like that. Did you take any entries on BTC, Sylvia? Yeah, I'm just putting in the markings here Euro USD just to make sure that I'm on. Yeah, all right, so that's all good. That's all started up. It's practically the same 215 zone that was on yesterday's stream, to be honest. It's the same 215 zone, but only just shifted it like less than a pip down from where it was. This looked like it's an early entry buy, to be honest. Should have already been in that buy. DXY is tanking down, and I have all green candles pushing down from the sell line on Euro USD. Yeah, it's gonna break that buy line now already, but there's no grid in here. There's no pause. Oh boy. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, because it does look like Luan, we're here to stay. Ah, great. I love that, my friend. I love that. I love that. Yeah, because look at DXY. So we can see that DXY is going down, right? See that DXY is going down. The only other range for it to go to would be that range right there. It's been consolidating in this little area here for a while. I guess I can maybe move this 15-minute thingy here and put it here at the bottom of that. So it's been in this area for a little while. So we can see that what is it going to do when it gets to this section, if it's going to break it to then push down to that next zone. Euro USD looks like it's confirming a buy, like a pretty early buy. The only issue I have with what I'm seeing here on my screen is that from the sell to buy line, I have there's no break, there's no red candles, there's no break, and I don't like taking entries when if it's just one flow through the zone without a break, not one red candle, because that tells me sometimes that there's a strong probability that there might be a rejection or something like that. So it would be nice to see it reject from that buy line, come back, close weird, and then confirm an entry afterwards. So I'll have this wait for now. I'll watch it and see what's going to happen on Euro USD. All right, remember guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't yet liked my YouTube stream, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't yet liked my TikTok stream as well, please go ahead and do so. All right, and for all my viewers who are on TikTok right now, if you're not a part of my my YouTube channel, which is 215 Trades on YouTube, please head on over. Please head on over and subscribe. Only have one like on TikTok, which is a bit strange. My good friend Sylvia, can you do me the honors today and just hit that like button just a little bit on TikTok? Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, good. Let's go over. Oops, something went wrong. Reconnect. There you go. All right, good. Let's get on for all right, let's get into it for gold. All right, because we already have the 215 zone and all the lovely stuff marked out here on Euro USD. Euro USD is looking like it wants to confirm an early buy. It is going to confirm a buy, as we can see. But I don't like when it does this, man. So the problem is there's no break. It's just flowing right through that zone. I don't like when it do that without actually like slowing down, then confirming the entry. It would be nice if this 5-minute candle, instead of breaking the buy line and going from and trigger me into that buy, it would be nice to see this candle like just retrace a bit back into the zone, close right inside the zone, and then, you know, flip for me to enter, you know, that kind of thing. So let this simmer for a while. All right, let's go. 7 o'clock. Which candle is the 7 o'clock candle? Mr. 7 o'clock candle. Let's go to the 1-minute time frame. Where's the 7 o'clock candle? 7 a.m. is right in this little nice lovely area here. All right, good. Let's switch that back to the 15-minute time frame. Oh, all right, that doesn't look too bad. All right, good. All right, so this is going to be my point of interest. What's wrong with me today? Didn't have a cough all along. All right. So for those who were new, this is the perfect time. I'm going to be EU is crossing the byline. Ah, come on, EU. Oh boy. All right. So EU is going to do an early buy. If it just skyrockets, I'm gonna miss that. Damn it! But it didn't do like what I needed to do. I need to see at least a break. Because even though it can still confirm the buy, you know what I'm saying? And then it just rockets to, you know, the 4-hour. Right? It can still do that, but I would at least want to see like a red candle. If this candle can just close red, just retrace some more back in the zone, maybe preferably back to my point of interest, then that would be really nice. So 2 more minutes. Come on, don't do us like that, EU. We have been waiting for you. Sorry guys, seems to have a little bit of a cough. It wasn't here before the stream, but as soon as I hit the live button, came on. All right, so remember guys, if you're on TikTok, this is my YouTube. Please head on over and hit the subscribe button. All right, let's go. All right, so we're using the 215 technique here on gold. If it's the first time you've seen this technique, you're gonna love my explanation. Now the first step would be to mark the current price of gold and label that as your point of interest. So at 7 a.m. that's where price was trending at. It was trending at 332.290, right? After you've done that, you're gonna measure 20 pips above. 20 pips are $2 above from your point of interest to get your buy line, and that is going to, if it's at 332, then this is definitely going to be at 334.290. All right, now this is going to be my lovely buy line, doing the same as well, and this is all being done on the 15-minute time frame, so I can see the 15-minute structure. If that's 3.2, then this is going to be 30, and this is going to be 290 as well. All right, so this is going to be my sell line. Okay, good. And this lovely area here in between my buy line and my sell line is what you'd refer to as my 215 zone. And for those persons who would want to be a part of my Telegram group, you have to be a part of the YouTube group. You have to join, you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of my videos are on there, and all of my links as well are on there. For some purposes, I can't really put them on TikTok just yet. All right, good. I'm getting a retracement. That's lovely. All right. So that's the 215 zone. All right, good. Still on the 15-minute time frame from the buy line. I am going to measure 15 pips up. So that's $1.50. It's going to be at the top right there. That is going to be my rejection. That's going to be my 15-minute rejection price point. I'm doing the same thing as well on the reverse, because we have for the buy side and we also have for the sell side. So you have to do it for both, in both directions. All right, so that's going to be my 15-minute rejection on the sell side as well. All right, good. So I have that now. Next thing I need to do is that I need to identify the support and resistance on the higher time frames, which is basically your target areas. I'm going to use the wick of this one, even though I can use right here, which is about 20 pips away from this wick, but I think the price from that, it should be fine. So I'm going to use the wick of this one as my 30-minute support. I'm going to use here as my 30-minute resistance. I love when the structure is just so dominant, where I don't have to, you know, wonder what it is. All right, good. 1 hour. I'm going to have to use this section right here as my, that's very far away though. Doesn't matter how far away they are. They're only being used as target and rejection areas. Anyways, so that's going to be my 1 hour resistance right here at the top. Okay, all right, let's go to. Ooh, damn, what's going on, man? These were my alert lines from yesterday. Just moving them into the range. All right, so looking for that 4-hour resistance as well. I'm just gonna use these wicks. Just gonna use the tip of these wicks for my 4-hour resistance. So that's why I was saying some people they use wicks, some people they use they use the candle close. I use both, all depending on. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. All right, hold on. EU. All right, good. So if if this candle close above this line now, this is a perfect entry for a buy because now I have. Let's zoom right in. Now I already have a break. A candle that slowed the up move down a bit, so I can enter on this candle close if it closed perfectly for me. I can actually even enter right now, to be fair, if this candle continues to push down like that. So if this 5-minute candle, if this candle closes above my zone, above my buy line, then it would be a good bet for me to take a swing at the long on EU. All right, lot size 10. Using a lot size 10 today on EU. Okay. All right, just to confirm, one can draw out a 215 strat at every hour of the day. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can do it at every hour, but sometimes you don't need to do that. Sometimes if you go in the Asian session and you mark out the Asian 215, you can trade that same 215 zone all day. Or even the London zone, you can trade the London zone all day. The zone is reusable. It's not as if you mark out your zone, then you're going to be finished with it for the rest of the day. No, you still have that zone. You can use that. I can use the same zone and trade the New York session just as long as price stay close to it. Because what's going to happen is that price is just going to be reacting to my resistance and my supports, and it's going to be creating entry ones and entry two entries all day. So you don't necessarily have to change. You don't necessarily have to change your zone every single time, every single hour. You have that zone, you keep it. So this is what I'm looking for now on XAU. All right, so in order for me to look for longs, I need to see price break and test my 15-minute rejection with a body candle close, right? Oh, hold on, getting that alert, bro. EU is ready, is getting ready for a buy. It's definitely getting ready for a buy. It's definitely getting ready for a buy. And I want to give it a nice swing. All right, let's go on EU. Okay, let's pull back. All right, so for gold, what I need to see happen is that I need to see price break and test my 15-minute rejection, pull back into my zone and close inside my zone, followed by another candle closure above my 215 zone between my 15-minute rejection for me to be looking to consider any long position. This is EU. I didn't get a chance to check any news for today. I don't know if I have any EU news coming out like in a matter of minutes or so forth. Let me quickly just have a look on FX book. Yeah, there's European news coming out in 54 minutes. Yeah, so there should be some medium to low impact news coming out. Then at 8:15 there's going to be high impact European news. That's 50 minutes into the London in the London street, into the London session. Well, if you look on FX book shows it more. There's also European news as well. Not your. Wait a minute. Which day is this? Today's the 22nd. Yeah, today's the 22nd. I'm looking at the right day. There is news coming out on my FX book. I don't know how the strength of these news events are going to be. For those persons who are on TikTok, I can show you guys. It does have. It does show European news coming out in 23 minutes right here. Then you have medium, and then we have at 8:15 my time. We do have London. At London opening, 50 minutes after London opening, there's high impact news coming out on the euro as well. So let's see. Hopefully we're already in a position already at that point in time, and it's just pushing where we want it to. Because right now, this is definitely looking to go for a long here. That's what's going on here, but it hasn't confirmed it yet. It's still dilly-dallying above and below that range, and I don't want to get caught in a pullback kind of thing. So I need to wait for a proper decent breakout. You know what I'm saying? All right, good. Let's go back to XAU. All right, so in order for me to look for entries on XAU USD, I need to see price come down, test my 15-minute rejection line, not just test it with like a wick, but I need to see test it with a body candle close. After that, I need to see a retracement back to my zone with a candle close inside my zone. All right, then the next candle should close right below my sell line and my 15-minute rejection. So between my 15-minute rejection line and my sell line, there should be another candle close right in that section there. And then I would basically consider a short position here on XAU USD. All right, so that's basically how you do the 215 markup. We just basically now need to wait on the 5-minute time frame for entry confirmation. So one, we need to see a test of either of the two 15-minute rejection line, not with a wick, but with a candle close. All right. We also then need to see a retracement or a pullback into the zone, whether from the buy side or from the sell side. All right, and then once we get a retracement back in the zone, need to see a candle close inside the zone, followed by another candle close on the outside. All right, hold on just a moment, guys. Are you not seeing the charts? And I think I might need to get a different tripod because it whenever I adjust it, all right, hold on, guys. That should be better. I'll just move the charts down like this so you can see it better. All right, and my TikTok viewers, let me know if that's any better for you guys. All right, good. So I have, yeah, EU still fixing for that buy. So my TikTok viewers, if you haven't hit subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's my YouTube channel right there. That's 215 Trades here on YouTube. Just head on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button, okay? All right, let's look at EU. All right, that's a very good, yeah, we should, all right, that's good. We didn't enter early on EU there. That's good. You did a good retracement. So that's what I was saying is that I don't like taking the and a buy nor a sell if I have like, if let's say it's going to confirm a buy. I don't want to see all full or green candles in the zone. I need to see a break. Let maybe halfway, wherever the case may be. All right, wait, hold on. Someone's asking a question here on TikTok. What's the question? I don't even know which section is the Asian high. Is this the Asian high? I think that might be the Asian high. 3:40 a.m. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not waiting. I'm not necessarily waiting for it to break the high. I'm just waiting for it to react to the zone, basically. Because even though it's coming to that section here, you can't just reject and just go back down to the sell side. That's still a possibility as well. It hasn't tested the 30-minute support or the 1-hour support since it has created them. And the 30-minute resistance, though, they are old resistance it has created is in a while. All right, so what, guys? Remember, the technique that I use is called the 215 technique. It doesn't. I don't have any bias. I'm pretty new. I'm neutral to the market right now. I just want to see it do one of three things. It either is going to confirm an entry 1 for me, which would be a buy or sell from the 215 zone, or it's going to confirm an entry 2, buy or sell from the supports or resistance. How do you get started? How do I get started in what? Trading? If that's the question, then just do some research online. But I got involved in trading like pretty long ago, learning forex, actually. Believe it or not, wasn't a good introduction really, because I think it was sort of like a scam, but it was a good scam in a sense, because I know what I know today because of that experience. All right, remember guys to hit that like button if you haven't yet liked the stream, and also subscribe to the 215 Trades channel on YouTube. We're buying or selling, I'm not sure. What are you doing? I'm still waiting for my confirmation. So look at this now. Let's zoom in on this a little bit, okay? This is the 15-minute rejection line on the sell side. This candle came down and only tested this candle and only tested this area with a wick. So that is telling me that, look, even though it's coming down, it's not a strong probability for a short just as yet. There's still a lot of buying pressure. The buying pressure has not decreased yet. So I need to wait and see for it to be properly tested. The 50-minute rejection on the sell side and also on the buy side hasn't been properly tested just as yet. Euro USD, it came up to that buy line, almost triggered a buy. However, it has rejected and is now going back in the zone. That's fine. I would really love to see where Euro USD would basically distribute itself a little bit more inside the zone. That would be good if it distributes itself a little bit more here. Yeah, so for those who are asking if I'm buying or I'm selling, I am waiting. There is no confirmation for anything on any of the charts. There's none on Euro USD. There's none on XAU USD. Remember, guys, please help a guy out. My channel is called 215 Trades on YouTube. Okay, if you want to learn more about the 215 technique, then that's the place to be. I'm moving it all over the screen right now. 215 Trades on YouTube. Please ensure you go ahead and you subscribe. If you also would like to be, oh wow, so how do I celebrate? All right, wait, hold on. TikTok just gave me a restriction on. All right, so oh gosh, TikTok, come on, man. Are you live on TikTok now? Yeah, I'm live on TikTok. Two different audio. Yeah, on TikTok there's no background music, but on YouTube there's background music. So TikTok just restricted my live. Your live is not eligible for recommendation. Restrict your search results because it violates the fake engagement policy. What do you mean by fake engagement? How am I fake engaging with my members? That's so random, bro. Like, I appeal it. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now. Here it is. The YouTube channel is here. Subscribe to YouTube. 215 Trades in YouTube. So I'm live on YouTube right now. I don't know what TikTok is restricted. Oh, I think they took it off. I don't see the alert and appeal not approve. You know what I'm gonna do? Don't mention other platforms. All right, I think I'm going to close out my Is that it? Is because is it because I'm mentioning YouTube? That's why, bro. TikTok is crazy. Let's go back to Euro USD. Euro USD is moving towards the sell side, pretty aggressive. That's a pretty strong buy to sell price action move right there. Now that's not a decent setup. It's not confirmed a decent setup. It can still fall, just that there's no break. It's just one strong swift move from one end to the next. Oh, a big boss. All right, 777. Yeah, definitely. You are on the right channel. With Love T, you are on the right channel here. I think. All right, so I think. Well, how did they all right, you know what? I think I'm not gonna chance streaming on TikTok today. I think I'm just going to I'm going to close out my TikTok stream early today. I'm going to end the TikTok stream. I'm only going to be streaming on YouTube. All right, so this is my last and final shout out. So thank you guys all for joining my my TikTok stream. All right, really do appreciate you guys a lot. But I got restricted on TikTok. I'm not sure why. I'm genuinely not sure why. I'm not surprised though, because this is like my 7th TikTok account. So I'm going over to YouTube. I'm only going to be streaming on YouTube right now. So head on over to 215 Trades on YouTube. That's the name of it right here. 215 Trades on YouTube. I'm live there right now. And you guys can just end the stream with me over there. So if you guys want to see my entries today on XAUUSD, or if you want to see it on Euro USD, then that's where I will be. I know that a lot of you guys won't come over because you guys prefer the TikTok platform, but help a guy out. All right, so head on over to 215 Trades from on YouTube and join. So I'm just going to close the stream out now before TikTok just ban the live stream. Okay, thank you guys so much. All right, see you guys on YouTube. All right. Fam, I don't know, bro. TikTok, man, TikTok. I don't know why they think they shit can make party over on TikTok, man. Like, and if any Jamaicans are on this stream, you understand what I mean by that. Like, why do we have to jump through so much hoops to be on that bloody platform, man? Why? Why? I've been streaming on YouTube now for almost a year. I've been streaming on YouTube for almost a year, and I've never had a strike on YouTube. But TikTok, as soon as I say shit, scam, or any little thing, just something that, bro, fam, that's like what? That's like my 7th. If it's not my 7th TikTok account, that's like my 8th TikTok account. Why does it, bro? Man, come on, man. I don't know what they think they're all that and more. Well, the platform is pretty nice. I'm gonna give them that. But the restrictions over there, man, I don't have any freedom of speech over there. And most of the times when they even give you like a strike, I don't know what the strike is for. Because you're giving me a strike because I am let's say I'm streaming trading stuff, but I'm streaming trading stuff here on YouTube, and I don't see YouTube going off about it. And there's so many other. You know what? Delete this shit. If you're on YouTube, you know that you're already on YouTube. TikTok, man, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. I don't know. Surprisingly, they've allowed me to go live 4 times already, and they haven't kicked my account out. All right, so let's go back. Let's get back into it. All right, Johnny is saying bullish or bearish. Do you expect on Euro USD? Johnny, to be honest, my friend, I genuinely I don't have an idea. I don't have a clue. I'm not bullish nor bearish. I just need to see it close below or close above, and then I go for it. So it's basically whatever the price action does. The only thing now that that's a bit of an issue right now. Which it seems like it's going to confirm a pretty decent short, is I have a pretty strong price action from the buy line directly to the sell line. There's no break in between inside the zone. There's no break in between. So I'm not going to take this entry even if it confirms that short. Sad. It's just a rule I follow. All right, so if it's going to confirm an entry, I don't want to see a full blast through the zone, you know, without having like a little bit of a stop in between. So if it's coming down from the buy line to the sell line to confirm a sell, I need to see at least even a small green candle in the middle somewhere, just a little break to break the pressure. Because then what happened? What I based off what I've seen off of the many entries that I've taken using the 215 on this, is that sometimes what's going to happen is that there's going to be a bit of a retracement or a pullback, and I don't want that. So I'm waiting now. DXY hasn't broken this area here. I would maybe think that the next zone would be about there, which is trying to break these candles there. So if it does break these candles, then that's maybe a push back to the top of here, which will ultimately push DXY down, Euro USD down to the 30-minute support. The good thing is, even all right, because I've never taken a decent entry too on Euro USD on stream. So even if price action pushes it down and I don't get the short, I can always get a buy from the 1 hour support or the 4 hour support or even the 30-minute support. And I'll show you guys if the price action does confirm that today, I'll show you guys how to identify that. That's why we mark out the buy and the 30-minute supports and the resistance, because we can always get what we call an entry two setup from these areas. Now the entry 2 on Euro USD is similar to what it is on XAU USD, but on XAU USD you have to wait for 2 candle close. On Euro USD you only have to wait for 1, but you need to see the other candle that forms needs to create a wick and then pass the wick of the first one, which I haven't created the 215 video as yet for Euro USD. I am going to. I did say I was going to do it this weekend, but let's see how I feel. But definitely for sure, the 215 video is coming for Euro USD. You kind of use the 215 technique and multiple like instrument, because ultimately the 215 technique was created to trade NAS 100, because that I found originally that's where I found the technique, trading NAS. Then I stumbled on gold, fell in love with gold, and I just switched from NAS to gold, and I've never looked back. All right, good. Let's look at what the price action is doing here on gold. Still, we only seen small tests of the 15-minute rejection. All right, we only see small tests only being tested by wicks. Johnny, do you take trade? Do I take trade? Of course. Of course I take trades, Johnny. I take trade once a trade is confirmed. Only if a trade is confirmed. Now look at this. A sell has been confirmed here, right? A sell has been confirmed here on Euro USD, but I'm not going to take it because from the buy line to the sell line, I have only red candles. Which it can be valid. It's like a 50-50 shot. It's just that I don't like taking those entries if it's just one swift move. And to be honest, if you look at it, I think the chart does make sense here because one, the 50-minute candle on DXY is pushing up. It hasn't broken this area here, but it's still green though. But I'm guessing if it does push past that line, then that would be a strong indication that it's actually going to go down to that 30-minute support. So if you want, you could take a chart from here, put your stop loss at your point of interest, and ultimately just aim for it to go down to at least here. Wow, Senzo, morning, my friend. Haven't seen your name in a pretty long while. So you see, this is pushing up. So it is a quite a strong sell. It's just that I don't like taking these sells. Because I still, yeah. So USD is just, I'm just gonna put it on the back burner for right now. Gold, we haven't had any decent tests off my 50-minute rejection either on the buy nor on the sell side. So I'm still just waiting at the moment. It's 7:42 a.m. though. And the London market opens in about 18 minutes anyways. So just need to wait until the London market opens, get some volume in. Hopefully at least one of the requirements can be confirmed before 8 o'clock. So when 8 o'clock comes, because we're going on until 8:30, the price action is better. Appeal not approved. Kiss my ass, TikTok. No, I'm not. Is that a new action though from TikTok? Instead of like removing your live access, um, they are they're restricting your live view. Is that their new thing now? It must be something new. Euro USD's bearish trade. Take bearish trade. All right. So no. All right. So listen up to what I'm saying. All right. Euro USD has confirmed a short, right? Because there's a candle close. There's a candle close below the sell line. Okay. However, I don't usually take any position on Euro USD if there's a strong buy to sell or sell to buy without any break in between. What I mean by break is that there are from the buy line, right? From the buy line, which is here, from the buy line to the sell line, which is here, in this area, all the way down to here, there's only red candles. Whenever I see this happen, what this tells me is that, look, there's going to be a retracement. All right. Now, majority of the times that's what happen. However, you do have the odd times when there's no retracement and the price just move all the way down. So what I would ultimately want to see now, if it's going to confirm a short, I would at least like to see for price to actually pull back into the zone, right? Maybe even going back from that sell line, maybe going back up to the what you call it, to the point of interest, which would be midpoint, maybe even going back up to here and then rejecting for a short. right? So it's all about patience, my friends. I know that some of you guys may be new to what I do here, and you may not be interested in it, but it's all about patience because I have to wait to see specific criteria to take any entries whatsoever. But on EU, I'm not taking any positions right now. There's nothing that is confirmed on EU. Gold is still hovering around here. Still, we have 15 minutes until London opens anyway, so let's see. All right, remember to hit that like button, my friends. Sylvia, are you still here? What time do you usually start your analysis, or do you do that, and do you do that? Yeah. My analysis starts at 7 a.m. London time, or UK time, and all my markings, all my drawings is done on stream. So and I explain what I'm doing. So I'll explain the 215 markup while I'm doing it on stream. So if you had came on to the beginning of the stream, which I know you will be on the next stream at the beginning of it, because you're now a subscriber, and you'll get a notification. If you're in the Telegram as well, you will get my notifications there as well. So every single morning I do the markings on stream for the 215 zone. You will never come on the stream at the beginning and see that I've already marked out my 215 zone. No, it's all marked on the stream. That's good. That's a lovely break. But why didn't you do it here and then confirm with this one? Yeah, no problem at all with love. It's a very nice name. DXY is struggling, as you can see, it is struggling. The 15-minute is struggling to beat this 15-minute support resistance area here right now, but it's still the fact that he's fighting to pass it and it's pushing higher and higher with these wicks. Yeah, we could see the EU actually tanking down more to the supports here in the lower time frame. So if you had taken that sell from here from that candle, then you should be in nicely right now. Should be down maybe about what's that? Maybe about 8 pips, or yeah, that so far. 5. Yeah, pushing down nicely. This candle would have been the confirmation candle, but it's doing the move already. Gold is crossing the sell line as well. All right, so this 15-minute rejection has been properly tested for gold. So now all I need to see happening now, it's now 7:50, 10 minutes as well. I need to see price pull back now to the zone. So I need to see price pull back to the zone here, inside the zone, then close it down here, and then I'm ready to take a shot here on gold. EU didn't quite confirm an okay entry for me to take that short here on EU, so that's fine. Sometimes that does happen. But let's see how the price action reacts to these support areas here. Ideally, now that it has already broken the zone and has gone down, ideally, I would like to see for it to come down to either that 30-minute support or maybe even that 1 hour support. Or that 4 hour support, support. Yeah, actually, there are supports, and then I can look to take an entry too from these areas for longs to actually ride the price action back upwards to the zone. So even though this play has moved past, that's still fine. I'm still not out of the game just as yet on EU. But if you had taken that chart, congrats to you guys. All right, so gold is doing its thing. The 15-minute rejection has been tested with a body candle close, so that's good. So we have 9 minutes until London opens. Ideally, now we're at a time where we ultimately now need to wait on the London Open. Should be some volume coming in at 8 o'clock as well, which is London Open. So let's see what that does. What's the latency like? Because I did put it on ultra low to try to see if I can make it any more faster. What's the latency like? We're going until 8:30 a.m. here as well. Do we have any new persons on? Do we have any new persons on that you're only just joining the stream today for the first time? You're only seeing this 215 technique today for the first time. No, not her. I haven't entered yet. I'm waiting for a retracement to the zone, to the 215 zone on gold to look for shorts. I'm waiting for price to pull back to the zone for me to look for shorts to target the lower time frame, the higher time frame supports. So that's what I am waiting for. Euro USD didn't quite confirm the short the way we wanted to. It just actually just broke down in a sense. So haven't taken an entry on EU. Ideally, I'm waiting. There's a possibility of actually taking an entry to long on this, like this, from this section here. It's at 0 seconds. That's good, I believe. So right now, it's still a waiting game. We still have 5-6 minutes until London opens. Price is pushing down. Same action here going on. You can see so gold is coming down, and you can see where Euro USD is coming down as well. So they do have a bit of a connection. I think they're sort of like a cousin connection in a sense. If they are delayed, I think the movement on Euro is closer to XAU than how the XY is. What is the XY rejecting from? That's the next thing, because it's in the secondary range. Where does it want to go? It does have this little area here, these area here to actually reject from. Let's see. All right, we have gold hitting that 30-minute support area right now. We have 5 minutes until London opens as well. A 4-second delay, that's good. 4-second delay, that's good. That's really good. All right, 5 minutes until London. Just have to wait until the London market opens. Now, even this is the beauty of the 215 technique. So as you know, if we take an entry from either with a break and retracement, right? That's called an entry one setup. Okay. So if you take an entry either a buy or a sell from the zone, that's called an entry one setup. However, you also do have an entry two setup, right? An entry two setup, which would basically be a rejection from either a support or a resistance. All right. Now, for those who don't know what an um, entry two setup is where we need to where price comes in, hit a support, right? Because it's going down. I just need to see two candles going in the opposite direction, right? For me to take like a long position from these areas. So for example, it's always so hard sometimes to find some good examples of an entry to perfect example right here. Now let's say that this area here was 30-minute support, right? This was a 30. Oh no, you did that one. All right, so let's say that this area at the bottom here was a 30-minute support, right? Right here is a 30-minute support. Okay, so we have a 30-minute support right here, and this section here was a 1 hour support. Okay, so this was a 1 hour support, right? Now price is coming on a downtrend. So if it's coming on a downtrend, right, that basically means then that we would be looking for longs, right? Because what we know is that at a support, there's always going to be a lot of buying pressure. At the resistance, there's always going to be a lot of selling pressure. So you'd want to look to buy at a support. Now, price came down, red candle, then bam, it hit the 30-minute support here, and we have two rejections from it. We have one candle right here going in the opposite direction, then we also have another candle going in the opposite direction, and if we measure these two, it's only just going to be it's less than 15 pip. So what will happen is that because you have this price action right here, then you would enter a long position. You would not use the same lot size as you would use for an entry one with a 40 pip SL. You would only use 15 pips because you're going against the the market, the flow of the market, because as you can see, the market is coming down and you're looking to take long, so you're not going to like use a massive stop loss to then be exposed to that risk. You only use a 15 pip stop loss on it, and then you just aim for wherever the price action will be. So that's a perfect example of an entry two setup right there on that 30-minute hypothetical 30-minute support. So despite the fact that sometimes the price action may move away from our 215 zone, we still have the option of taking an entry to from any of the supports, whether it's a 30-minute support, if it's the 1 hour support, or even the resistance as well. However, the difference for the resistance is that instead of you be looking for a short, instead of you be looking for a buy, you'd basically be taking a short, right? Now, price is here right now on that 30-minute support here. We can look to take an entry two from here as well, because it would ultimately be a valid area for us to take an entry to. We just need to see the proper setup. So that's one candle already closed. We would be looking to take a long position from here. However, as I said, we will only be using like a 15 pip. Some people use 20 pips for it, that kind of thing. Okay, so I just have to be patient and just wait for the price action to play out and do what it does best, confirm an entry, whether it's an entry one or an entry two. It's now 8 o'clock. It's the London market now opens, so we should be seeing some volume coming in right now. Euro USD only wicked out and tested that 30-minute support. So I can't take an entry two from that. I will need to see it come down with a body candle close more on that support line there. So don't, I can't take an entry two using like just that wick. I need to. So if you look at this, where this in this 30-minute support here, where it's tested with yeah, 50 minutes there shall be news on Euro USD. So yeah, some volume, more volume should be coming in on that. So you see how this 30-minute support is tested with these body candles on it. That's what I needed to see on the 30-minute support for me to look for an entry to on Euro USD. That's only been tested by a week and it's rejecting. That's fine though. All right, let's go back to this. I think there's a lot of space between my 30-minute support and my 1 hour support. I think I might have a better chance of maybe, hold on, go back to the 1 hour time frame, of maybe using this section right here, highlighting this section right here. Let's put that in, let's put this in white. And let's put it as broken. Just marking these 30-minute support areas here, because price will not only just reject from the one that I have highlighted, but it will sometimes test the others as well. Okay, so I have that right there. 15 minutes, we have some news coming in, but let's see what's going to happen here, because you can get an entry 2 setup, an entry 2 for along here from that 30-minute support. But let's see. Euro USD is climbing, DXY is going down as well. Well, not pretty aggressively, because that's a small 15-minute candle and has been open already for 2.5 minutes. Just need to wait patient just to see what's going to happen. So you could give it a shot at an entry 2 right there. And as I said, entry 2s are normally more, they're more risky because you're always going against the trend. But one thing as well is that you're not overly exposing yourself because you're only using a 15 pip stop loss. So that's a pretty tight stop loss for an entry 2 as well. So if that candle closes green, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give an entry to a shot here from that 30-minute support to see if we can get a retracement or rejection from that 30-minute support back all the way up. But if it breaks and continues to fall, then I'll just wait again until it comes into another key entry 2 area for a long. XY still have this open range here, that roof here, for it to actually play with. All right, so that candle didn't close to give that entry 2 setup. So let's wait. Where did the Asian market open? That's 12:50, 11 o'clock, right here, 9:55. What price was that? 100 pips. It's 100 pips away. Because this would be the Asian low, just below that 4-hour support right there. Right here would be the Asian low. We could be looking to come back to that area as well, but this 30-minute support is also a breakout area as well. See, came in, tested that area, and is rejected. Still waiting for an entry too. I would be interested to see what the European news that comes out, what it does to it. And that comes out in what? In 7 minutes? Yeah, in 7 minutes, the European news comes out. Might not move it much, but I think it will still push it just a little bit. If it comes out in good, favorable to the euro, then we might see a little bit of a spike or a jump or an aggressive fall. Strong rejection from that 30-minute support line right there, which would be the tip of this one. Almost tested the second one, but didn't make it all the way down. It's all about being patient. We're going up until 8:30 anyway, so let's see if we can get an entry before then. Entry 2 is still in play for those who were asking. Still in play here. Because we're still on that 30-minute support. And entry 2 is not yet ready on that 30-minute support yet for EU. When are you doing NY live session for us? Do you guys all trade NY? The only thing is with NY is that majority of the viewers that I have on, they don't come on to the NY streams, so it's not quite popular among my viewers. But I do trade NY sessions sometimes on stream, but I don't normally get, as I said, I don't normally get like a lot of persons on. But I tell you what, because I'm only just been back on. You might not know because you might be a bit new, but I'm new. I've taken a break from streaming for pretty a long while. I think maybe about a month or so. I've been on for a break. So I will start doing some NY streams. It's just that I need to build the momentum on the channel just a little bit more. And as soon as I do that, then I'll start to have some NY streams. So far, it's been good because since the starting of this week, I think we've had over 30 subscribers, maybe about, yeah. We've had about 30 subscribers since we started. Since we started as of this week. So What I'll do, I'm just building the momentum up. I'm not even doing premium Zoom streams on Mondays right now with the premium 215ers at the moment. Just put that on a little bit of a pause for right now. I need to get the channel back in the number one spot again. Well, were we ever in the number one spot? But I need to increase the growth. There hasn't been any growth on the YouTube channel for a while, so I need to increase the growth on of the channel a bit. So we're doing TikTok streams and we're doing YouTube streams. Definitely, I do need TikTok because TikTok does grow the channel pretty fast. So I didn't want to risk this morning's stream. I didn't want to risk the account this morning, so I ended the stream early so TikTok can take their eyes off me for today. I already have another TikTok account as well. I need to like go live and and add the next one to it as co-host so I can get the live access onto it again. But as soon as I mention 215 on any of the on the videos, or even if I try to link that TikTok to my YouTube, they're gonna flag it. Definitely gonna flag it. I had one TikTok account once, and every single time I hit the live button, as soon as I went live, they flagged it. The account, I lost that account in record time. So TikTok has been giving me the greatest fight, I tell you, the greatest fight, and all my 215ers can tell you how many accounts I have to create. So far, they haven't. Well, they tried to flag this account this morning, so yeah. So I'm ultimately right now. I'm back in the building phase, so I'm building the channel right now. And as I said, you guys don't know how much I appreciate all of you who are on here right now. Whether it's the first time, second time, third time, or your 1,000th time here on the stream, I appreciate all of you guys, 100%, 100%. But we are growing. We are growing definitely, and I'm still in line to do that 24-hour live stream as well. I think when we get to 2,150 subscribers, that's when I'm going to be doing that 24-hour live stream in honor of the 215 technique. So we're at 1,391. I think by the end of the week, we should be at 1,400. So we still have a long way to go. But I'm guessing maybe about maybe Christmas time, maybe there about, we might get to that 2,150 subscribers. And then I would be doing that 24-hour live stream from Asian to Asian. So once the market opens, preferably I don't know, maybe not do it on a Monday, because Monday you normally get like all the emotions built up from over the weekend. All right, so DXY has just hit that area. We might see some rejections coming in now on EU. So let's just, this is a pretty nice time for an entry too. We need to see how DXY handles this area, if it's going to reject or if it's going to break it. If it does break it though, there's not such a clean range. The next area you can go to is right there. So let's see. So there are some great things coming out in the future for the channel. Not all the time though, my friends. It's not going to be one of those channels where you come on and I'm always taking an entry. I'm not going to always get an entry every day because, as I said, the rules of the 215 technique are so specific. Sometimes you yourselves would have to modify it and use your additional confluences to take entries. But if I'm following mine, sometimes I will not get an entry on stream. They may even I may not even get an entry until maybe even 11 o'clock today. But I'm not streaming so long because usually it's between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I'll stream up to those times, all depending on the days. Usually from on a Wednesday or or on a Thursday, I'll go to 8:30. But Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, I'll go up until 9. And that's London time. So it's 8:15 a.m. The news has come out for EU. We can see that rejection a bit, which would be in line with here as well. From that 1 hour support, wick down, tested that, and then it's rejecting nicely. Let's just let me have a quick look at what FX book is saying. What just happened just now? I don't need FTMO right now. Did it come out green? No, it's Basically 50-50 from what I'm seeing here. A15. Yeah, basically 50-50. So yeah, it wasn't all that. All right, so that entry 2 is not ready just yet. Price is pushing down aggressively. I didn't get an entry confirmation here from that chart. Would be so decent though. We only tested our 15-minute rejection here with wicks, and then it pulled back. The one time it actually tested it properly, it did not retrace. It just continued to fall. So sad though. Really, really so sad, because that would have been such a lovely fall from that 15-minute rejection. We would have hit TP1 at about 30 pips, and then we would still be pushing on down to that 1 hour support, which would basically be about 70 or 80 pips. Now that would have been a pretty good sell right there for us on gold. And on EU as well, it would be an awesome chart as well for us. It's just that confirmation. I didn't take it, and I explained why I didn't take it, but it still did confirm a proper chart though. Then this candle could have confirmed it, but it just blasted. So I'm not in any positions right now, but there were some pretty decent entries though, which were confirmed. Damn, gold is falling, man. Is there any news going on right now? Did something happen? Because since how many pips has that fallen? 220 pips. Bloody hell. Remember, guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream as yet, please go ahead and do so. Right. On EU, could be looking to take a long on EU. Now, if it depends on how this candle closes. If this candle closes, well, that's big though. It's quite a big body candle on that only. But if it retraces a little bit more, it will give me a smaller green candle, and then the next candle, if it does create a wick, and this is still continuing to push down, I could be looking to take a reversal long on this. Because let's go to the 30-minute time frame. We can see where price has come down to this area already in the past. Wick down, hit that 1 hour support down in this region here, and has rejected. So this rejection would be in line with that previous movement as well. But it really would just be a trial. Won't be like a massive sell or anything if I'm going to enter. But let's see, this candle would have to flip. If it does flip, then I'll give it a wing just to see. Pretty tight stop loss I'm gonna put on it though, because it can actually do fall and go back all the way down. So all right, gold has pulled back and is now back at that 30-minute support, and entry 2 as well is also in play here as well on gold, all depending on how this candle actually closes. So if this candle closes in that little area and doesn't skyrocket all the way to the top, then I'm ready for an entry to buy here on gold. Also looking for an entry to buy here as well on EU. So both charts are confirming the same thing. Gold don't do us like that. Just come back and give me that confirmation. EU, I'll give it a try on EU if this candle flips. If this candle flips green on this, I'll give the buy here a try, and then try to push it back to the zone, but I'll use a pretty tight stop loss on that anyways. So let's see. It may not do it here, may actually still continue to fall, but let's see. Gold, let's have a look at the Heikin Ashi. Yeah, showing signs of a reversal as well. That 30-minute support right there, rejected. Come on, gold. Only 15 pips that I'm willing to put on this. So if this candle actually comes back and close in this area, no, I'm actually doing a buy side entry to, looking for an entry to a buy off the rejection from that 30-minute support, looking to see if we can actually climb back to the zone. Also, I'm going to be looking for a buy here on EU as well if this candle flips. So I'm looking for a buy here on gold. I'm looking for a buy here on EU. Those are the two things that I'm looking for right now. Gold looks like it's gonna push. Yeah, gold has skyrocketed. It didn't close where I wanted it to. Look at that though. Look at that. It's coming back into the zone though, so it's now getting ready. If it closes inside the zone, it has just activated an entry 1 short. If it confirms an entry 1 short, but look, that's decent. That's a massive push. EU is right here. If this flips, then I'll go for the buy on EU. I'm going to go for the buy on EU. Just entered the buy on EU. I'm using, as I said, I'm using a pretty tight stop loss on EU. Just entered the buy on EU. So let's see if I can get a pretty decent rejection back to at least the zone. Pretty tight stop loss on it. I'm actually just going to extend it here and see what's going to happen. Gold did that thing where he just rejected so fast, so aggressively, didn't get a chance to actually get in on that entry to buy here. Because if that candle had just closed here in that little region, then that would have been so nice. Well, I just entered a rejection buy here on EU, an entry to buy here on EU. Gold is back in its zone. Damn, missed that. It's not Ganache, it's high Ganache candles. Yeah, it did show a reversal here on EU, on gold, sorry. More than likely, I'm pretty sure that silver has already taken that buy from this little region here. But I missed that one out because this candle didn't confirm. It just skyrocketed inside of the zone. All right, good. So that EU, all right, good. So that EU buy is moving up nicely. Not sure if you guys taken that entry on EU, but it is moving up nicely. That's good. And DXY is coming down. So let's see how far we can ride this one to here today on stream. Definitely we missed that buy on gold. Definitely we missed that buy on gold. That candle just pushed up so aggressively. I did. You see, I know, because I know how you trade. You see, I know my people. I know how you trade. I know that you on gold. You were looking for that. You looked on the hiking. Actually, you saw that there was some level of rejection. You saw that there was weakness coming on. Then on the candles, you could see where it actually did come back in. So you took that that long. I was thinking of entering early, but I was like, oh, this candle is definitely going to confirm it, and then it just freaking skyrocketed. On EU now, it's retracing, but let's see. We still can get some price action. We still can get some decent moves here on this one. All right. So if you had entered, I think that went up maybe about 6 pips. So it would, if you had taken profits already, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, it's 8:28 a.m. now. Anyways, you know me too well. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I hope you guys took some profits on that EU move, and also if you guys had entered early on that buy on gold as well, congratulations to you guys. All right. We didn't quite catch any big moves today. Only was just a quick scalp here on EU. However, I really do appreciate all of you guys being here with me. All right, so on that note, I will leave you guys today. Remember to join the Telegram group. The link for the Telegram is on the homepage of the YouTube channel. So please definitely go ahead and, get in on that Telegram so you can get my notification. Gold is pushing up, man. It's not too late, not too late for some longs here on gold, because I think we're now going to go back up on an uptrend. All right, so all right, good. So EU is moving back up nicely. Lovely. All right, so I'm happy. All right, good. So very good. So I'm glad that you guys took, if you guys took that entry. I don't know if you guys took that entry, but if you took that entry, that is good. All right, so on that note, you're welcome, Lee. On that note, I'm going to leave you guys here for today, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right, we didn't get that double whammy today, but we will come on in and we will do it again tomorrow. Lovely with love. No problem at all. That's what I'm here for, my friends. All right, my friends, I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, my friends, and happy trading. All right. Goodbye.